Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Minshew got a man. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Tennessee.
60 Pittsburgh. Chopper.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on second down. Minshew, man open left side is Brown. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Here's Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Jackson. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Minshew. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the
They open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 37. Check 37.
Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 23, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Pistol. Check 3.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw, Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I
can't believe they let you play.
Get it.
From the 27, Minshew. It's caught by Davis. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Read. Watch the edge.
Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. 6-6. Pull it high. Deep dribble.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kings. Hey, 133.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Aaron Lynch in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Your shot. Hey, take your shot. Shot back to huddle. Shot back to huddle.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Towards the end zone for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's third down. Third and long.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Pick it up. 51 for Mike. 51.
Hey, high 7.
So third and long, here's Minshew. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down at the 28. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
But it brings up fourth down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency for...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
At the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's put that team on the bus. Switch it. Come on, switch.
X3, 218, chop it.
53.
Get it.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath a short pass like that? But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Jackson to return. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Again, it's Henry. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Minshew sets to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry for Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew completes it to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Off play action, it's Minshew. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You go tight.
Protein spill.
You got tight right there.
Fight.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Got a man, it's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 8, read.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The Browns on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Mayfield now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Minshew. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Derrick Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A 33-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the slant. Mark 55.
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Kings.
One last shot from Mayfield here. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check 53,
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And bulldozing his way through. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From just shy of midfield, Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On second down, Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. This is Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Kill. 53 is the mic. I got one. 61. Match box.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He's crashing. He's checking credit.
Hey, on 133. What's that?
Now Mayfield. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield on first down. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. They'll try to run with Hunt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, what a move. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On third down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's third and long. To throw is Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Prescott to throw on fourth. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield going up top. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Jeff Heath. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
65, 61, match box, lights.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns, also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
180.
A run for Nick Chubb. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score 28. 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Cooper was the intended target. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And again, it's Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
4 yards.
They go with Chubb on second down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Hey, Lloyd 33.
Woods on the tackle. That's a gain of 3.
Mayfield on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 30, 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Mike. Touchdown, defense.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. On first down, Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
180. Quit talking about it and bring it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it, and the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
And brought down, but not before reaching with the wrong way there. Losing 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. A first down throw for Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City at 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 44 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 26. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Switch. Motion, motion, motion.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They give it off here to the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards now with the season over. Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. The 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. And it's caught. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That's another Bears first down.
Trubisky will throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ben Braunecker there to make the grab. As the Bears push further out in front. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's complete to the tight end, Braunecker. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Alert, 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 alert.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Here's Trubisky to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They hand off to their big tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets it down to the 32. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
A toss play to Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back.
Here's Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leonard Floyd, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mayfield looks to throw, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.